Hello, this is Sinister Gambino here with a new video. And this video I'm going to be doing my trailer analysis for the GTA Online Diamond Casino and Resort DLC. So to get started with the first thing that I found interesting, they had like a cashier and it also had like a list of where places were. So it seems to suggest that the interior is so big that they have like a sign or like multiple signs showing like where everything is. So that's something pretty interesting I saw. And then also there's a cashier, so that kind of brings up the question really if chips are like the only way you can necessarily like gamble in the game. You might be able to turn your cash into chips. So then it might make it not as like lenient towards the like gambling laws in like certain countries and whatnot. And then after that, there is the parking lot and then the outside of the casino. And this really shows off how like different the casino is. Of course, there's the like main area of the casino with like the diamond logos and stuff. But in the parking lot, there's also a thing that has the diamond logo. And then, of course, there's a whole new sign, which is pretty cool as well. Onto the third screenshot I have here. It is like a bar, and it has like a couple arcade machines. To be honest, I wasn't totally able to see like what the arcade machines were. But it kind of gives the question like, how customizable these certain areas are going to be, because there's a picture of arcade machines again with the street crime like gang war game or whatever they mentioned on the website, and those are like all together. So I wonder if you'll kind of be able to like choose where you want the arcade cabinets. That seems to be some pretty cool customization. I noticed there the like placement of arcade cabinets in different like locations and stuff. Pretty interested with that. The fourth screenshot I have here just because it's a pretty ridiculous, like crazy hand, a king, queen, and jack of hearts or whatever. Rockstar, you ain't fooling me. Like, that's not gonna be a pretty damn easy hand to get in this game, I would imagine for sure. It's probably just for trailer purposes. But yeah, onto the fifth image. I'm not sure if that like one guy in the tux to like the right of the one person that Cheng is facing is that dude's like translator from the single player. But it was a pretty interesting looking character to me. The one on like the right of who Cheng faces once again. Onto the next screenshot we have Cheng and Brucie Kibbutz. Like they're like I don't know, they're hitting each other's like chests against each other. And yeah, that other character that's not Cheng is apparently Brucie Kibbutz from like GTA 4 and episodes of Liberty City. And then the next screenshot is like 3 or 4 arcade machines of the Street Crime Gang War Edition game or whatever. Definitely looks like a pretty interesting game. And we haven't even seen much of what it is exactly. And then the next screenshot I have is like a bunch of slot machines. Just shows off like a lot of good variety with the slot machines, as I think I sort of mentioned on my last video. And it also does a good job of showing like the size of the casino and like the main like area of the casino at least. So that was pretty interesting to me for sure. And then onto the next screenshot I have. It's who is seemingly the antagonist of the update. Being from that like Texan gang or whatever it was called, according to the Newswire. Not entirely too sure. Just wanted to show a good look of that character. And then the next screenshot shows like the odds of the inside track. Somewhere as low as like 2-1 and like 3-1 and whatnot. However, it does seem like it goes up to 21-1. So it's kind of a significant increase from San Andreas, which was capped at like 12 or 13 to 1 or something like that. So that's pretty cool to see. I'm not sure if it's really going to make much of a difference, since of course San Andreas, you cannot save if you don't like your outcome, whereas this game, the cloud like saves your data or whatever. And then the next screenshot of the trailer, which I found interesting, was the Bugatti vehicle, which is apparently the Bugatti Devo or whatever in real life, from what I've heard, or it's the Truffaut Trax, as of what it will be called in this game. There's this person trying to like steal it or something. Oh yeah, there was a person that stole it, but I think one of the like casino people were trying to like jack the stealer or thief out or whatever. And then before I move on to my next audio clip, I have one more screenshot of the Bugatti Devo / Truffaut Trax being chased by what seems to be Hakuchows and also possibly Hakuchow drags as well. Because in the screenshot I have, you can actually see the logo, like the Japanese symbol or whatever that's on it. So unfortunately, there's no new motorcycle according to the looks of it so far. Really wish they would do more like normal motorcycles. Honestly though, since like the Bikers DLC, which is so long ago, seems we're only really getting like weaponized motorcycles, which is interesting and kind of unfortunate at the same time. And yeah, I'll be going into more of what the other vehicles and the real life counterparts are. As for the rest of the vehicles, the McLaren vehicle over here is based on the McLaren Senna, apparently the 2019 model specifically. And by the way, the like first section seems to be based on like the mission, like yeah, the mission in the top left. That's kind of shown off in the promotional image / thumbnail for the DLC. It seems like that mission's playing in the background. Not sure for like the second section of the mission that seems to be shown or whatever. I feel like it's the same mission, but I'm not too sure. And then apparently there's going to be a new vehicle manufacturer coming out called Vicer, and it's based on a Spiker C8 Aileron or whatever. And then there's another Ocelot coming out apparently, which is based on a 2016 Lotus 311. And then also the 2017 Polaris Stradale. And then the Obey vehicle is based on a 2007 and 2012 Audi S5 Coupe. And then apparently the stretch that I talked about on the website on the last vehicle, apparently there is a new variant which will be called a Diamond Limousine, with slight like differences, of course, with like the interior, it sounds like, especially. And I'll have GTA Wiki linked in the description that talks about, of course, going into the vehicle specifically. So I'll definitely have the page for the DLC in the description. By the way, I do not personally think the last Land Van is going to become a purchasable vehicle with the Diamond Casino and Resort DLC. Definitely does not really seem to fit the theme. And so far, surprisingly, we haven't really seen a weaponized vehicle. So I'm especially curious what the like free vehicle is going to be for like completing all the like certain missions that talked about on the newswire. I'm honestly not too sure, because I feel like they would have shown one off if the main focus of the update wasn't like sports and like supercars. And it's been a while since we had a DLC without like a military vehicle. Though of course it could pull in after hours again, and then there could be weaponized vehicles added like later on with like drip feed. And then of course the champagne, the image of the champagne, I feel like it's not a new champagne. I don't know, I'm a little confused. I kind of feel like it is, but mostly I feel like it's not. I feel like it's just like a fancy way that the person is delivering the champagne. So I wonder if it will like show like that when you order the champagne. That'd be pretty dope. And then for the last thing I found interesting for the trailer actually was the part where the hunter, the FH-1 hunter, blew up the buzzard attack helicopter. That definitely seems like it's gonna be one of those like big like detailed missions that will be given out for the casino. So that's pretty interesting, and I don't really know much of what to take from that. Aside for the fact it takes place around the area where Trevor resides in this story mode. And by the way, sorry I didn't really go in much details of like the new vehicles, besides for the Truffaut tracks. But I feel like I'm definitely not a good like big car enthusiast or anything. So I really don't know much on it, so I didn't really want to like mention anything aside for like what they're based on for the most part. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed.